you feeling kind of the weight of that, you and Rashawn?
I think we're just excited to get to work and just be the best players that we can be. Not really focus about too much of the outside stuff, but it was nice to have all the NFL guys out there and just get to meet some of the guys and talk to them.
Did it give you any reinforcement of your decision, or did it give you some pangs of, well, maybe I should be out there?
I don't know. It was kind of tough watching the guys all work out without being out there, just from all the stuff that we've been through for the past 4 years. I wish I could have been out there with them working, but I was really excited to watch them and watch them do well and excel, and just hear all the good things that coaches had to say about them. And I'm still happy about my decision, and I'm looking forward to this season.
Any feedback from anyone out there that says this is the thing we want to see out of you in this next year?
Yeah, just consistency and production is mainly the two things that were sort of brought up. Definitely have a big year ahead, and just make the most of it.
Does it feel any different for you today, being an old guy?
Yeah, a little bit different, just a little bit more of a leadership role, and just helping develop a lot of the young guys. A lot of people have to step up this year, so their development has to go pretty fast.
I think we have a pretty good feel for who the stars will be, but what from the backups have you seen?
I've just seen great things. They're young and some of them in new positions, but they're doing exactly what they're supposed to do, and we have a great D-line coach and Coach Madison, so he's going to make sure that we're ready to go by the first game.
Did anyone stand out to you particularly during, I guess, off-season workouts, just as making strides?
I think a lot of the guys did. Chase looked really good this off-season, and Rashawn looked really good. Both of them really stood out, and I think they're both destined for some big year.
Can Rashawn really run? Can he really run a 4.5?
I don't know about all that, but he's fast for sure.
Are you suggesting it was a little fabrication?
There might have been a little fabrication in the 4.5. I think there was a little fabrication. I'm not hating, but I think there was a little bit of fabrication in the 4.5. I don't know who was
Sounds like
talking.
you are hating.
I'm not hating. There was a little fabrication.
We saw him obviously in spurts, and consistency was something that we saw less of production in him later on in the year. What are the things that you can he make that big leap that we?
Yeah. He has all the ability and all the tools to be a star, and I think that's something that's going to come out. I think it had a lot to do with comfortability, and a lot of young guys have trouble just being themselves and going out there and just playing ball. And I think he could have been just focusing too much on what he had to do, and I think being in the system for another year. And having to coach someone, which helps a lot, because he's an older guy now, so he played a year of football. He's not a freshman anymore, so he has to help coach Donovan and some of the other anchors that have to step up. So I think that really helps his learning curve and helps him learn the defense even better. And switching before with end and anchor also helps him just learn as a whole. And this is our first time really having the same defense twice, so we're way ahead of the curve for even guys that redshirted and guys that are coming in. They're picking it up pretty fast.
With Wormley and Taco leaving, those are a couple potential first-round picks. What are you going to miss most about those two not being around?
I'm going to miss Worm just because he was my roommate, and we just did everything together. And Taco's just a great guy to be around, and just bring a lot of energy. And it was just great to have them there for 4 years. But just going to miss them on the field and in their presence, and just getting to hang out with them and. Just watching them lead our team was really special.
And with Chris, it seems like he has just a business-like approach, with this whole process. Is that something you picked up from him?
He's just he just enjoys the process, and definitely serious. Well, kind of serious guy. He's not too serious, but he's a do everything right guy. So definitely someone that you want to look up to as someone who's going to do everything the way it's supposed to be done in the correct way.
Last year at this time, everybody's talking about this is going to be the best defensive line, this is going to be the best defense. Do you tone that down since there's still so many young pieces and undecided pieces?
No, I think we still are going to be the leaders of our defense, and still going to be the focal point. We have a really special group, and I'm really happy about where we're at.
What about behind you? Are you at all worried about? Linebackers got some returning guys, but the secondary is so young.
Those guys have shown in the past that they can play ball, and Coach Brown's defense is perfect for them, and I just think we recruited really well, and those guys are ahead of the curve for sure.
I think Coach Brown mentioned you and Rashawn being maybe one of the two of the more talented, defensive tackle tandems. What do you think of that, maybe in the country?
I think it's nice. I think we'll have a lot of fun messing with offensive linemen, and then getting after. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to be on the same side as him. I'm really excited.